Sampling has been at the heart of music making since the advent of the technique in the late 80s, when pioneer hip-hop producers started sampling funk and soul records to create new tracks. Since then, that practice has evolved endlessly, influenced by generations of machines that pushed the envelope further when it comes to sound manipulation. Nowadays, producers want to be able to create music and sounds when and wherever the inspiration strikes, and portability has become a key focus both for artists and manufacturers. Enters the WoFi by Kiviak Instruments, a cloud-connected portable sampler that's both a love letter to the traditional art of sampling while also giving a glimpse of what the future of sampling may look like. With 10 voices of polyphony, a powerful sample management engine, a line input and an onboard microphone to sample any audio sources and your environment, a unique sound processor, cloud connectivity for sample management, and a lot more features that I'll get into this video, WoFi lets you create unique sounds wherever you are. Let's take a listen. WoFi's interface is inviting and simple and will have you jamming in seconds. The centerpiece of the UI is the manager section at the center of the sampler with its large screen from which you'll be able to navigate presets, edit samples, and get visual feedback when tweaking patches. The touch strip below the screens can be routed to different parameters like pitch or filter cutoff. WoFi comes with a rather small library of factory presets, which shouldn't be a problem since the fun lies in creating your own. The recorder module in the bottom left is where you'll turn for that. WoFi features both an internal microphone to sample your environment, as well as a line input for audio sources. Use the selector to pick one, select a root note, and record your sample. It's that simple.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
The sample will be automatically laid out chromatically on the 25-note keyboard, and you can then easily edit the sample by pulling the waveform viewer and editing the start and end point with the encoders. The samples are stored in the unit's internal memory, which can hold up to 18 minutes of audio, but the unit also comes with a 100 megabyte memory cartridge that will double its memory. The WoFi features a powerful player that lets you manipulate samples in multiple ways. Samples can be looped, played as one-shots, played in reverse, or both ways at once with the boomerang mode. The player can also emulate various classic sampler engines, turning the WoFi into a lo-fi dream machine. Flavors range from crystal clear sounds to classic sampler emulations to completely crushed lo-fi presets. Here's a little something played through different emulations to give you an idea of the WoFi's range. Samples can also be pitch corrected,
pitch, 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 pitch,
stretched,
stretch, stretch,
and noise, distortion, and audio artifacts can be added using the glitch knob.
glitch, glitch.
To scope your sounds, the WoFi features a traditional ADSR envelope module that can be assigned to the amp, the filter, or both. The filter is a digital low-pass filter with 12 and 24 dB slopes, with resonance and envelope controls that sounds really good. The WoFi also features an LFO with triangle, pulse, and sawtooth waves that can be used to create dynamic changes in sound by assigning it to various destinations such as pitch, filter cutoff, or texture controls, for instance. To do so, press the Learn button and move the control you want to assign to the LFO, and you're done. One of the things that sets the WoFi apart from other samplers is its unique effect module dubbed Texture. Think of a shimmer effects and granular synthesis wrapped into one. Texture breaks down the signal into tiny grains and rearranges them to create completely new textures, while the shimmer adds ethereal harmonics to the signal to generate otherworldly atmospheres. The effects module has 4 knobs that let you easily tweak the density, chaos, size, and width of the effects, opening the door to endless sonic possibilities. Finally, the WoFi features a 16-step sequencer that can also be used as an arpeggiator. Even though the sequencer is monophonic, you can still jam out while it's playing a sequence by pressing the solo button. The sequencer can also be turned to parameter mode to record synth parameters as the sequence is running. Overall, the sequencer is a nice addition, but I think Kiviak Instruments should take advantage of the 10 voices of polyphony by making it possible to record polyphonic sequences. Hopefully, a firmware update can make that possible in the near future. Now let's talk about the Wi-Fi part of the WoFi. As I mentioned earlier, the WoFi is the first cloud-enabled portable sampler. This means that users can import and export samples and patches on the go and completely wirelessly from their cloud-based user library on mywo.fi. With this method, home-cooked samples or favorites from sample packs can easily be transferred to and from the WoFi from a computer, phone, or tablet. The other cool thing is that WoFi users can share their patches and samples with other members of the WoFi community via mywo.fi, turning the platform into a great intersection for creative minds open to share their sonic creations. To finish, we'll take a quick look at the WoFi's connectivity features, and in that regard, this little unit is not lacking. I'll even go as far as saying it's pretty jacked for a compact sampler. The WoFi features a headphone output for personal monitoring, a stereo line out and a stereo line in for sample recording. It also features 5-pin MIDI in, out and through, and a USB port, and can be used as a traditional MIDI controller, but is also Eurorack ready with CV, gate and sync in and out, as well as mod outs. And with this, we come to the end of this quick overview of the WoFi. Now, it's worth remembering that this is the first venture of Kiviak Instruments into the world of hardware music instruments, and all in all, I think it's a very solid unit that has a lot to offer. I think it particularly shines when it comes to sample manipulation and the creation of unique sounds and texture on the fly, and the portability and wireless connectivity make it an ideal choice for nomad musicians that need a creative toolbox that can follow them on their adventures. But what are your thoughts on the WoFi and how it could be added into your setup? Let us know in the comments below. In the meantime, this was Gabe with B&H, and I'll see you next time.